Hello and welcome to Decision Analysis Lecture Notes. And now we are in Chapter 7, Section 2, and we look at the guidelines and grading on your first assignment, Your Fall. And so here is the list. I will go through this list on how to do your assignment and what should be in it. And the guidelines follow the Sophie's Sophomores example of Chapter 5. And if you decide to be imaginative and not imitate Sophie's example, you can take a relaxed attitude towards these guidelines. But if you follow Sophie Sophomore's example, then you should follow this. Then you should check these guidelines to get the best possible grade. So first, you should introduce yourself and the problem at least in the level as done in Chapter 5. Then number 2, you should describe the timeline of your problem. So usually this will be the next fall, but you can take, for example, the net worth. So that would be net worth after 3 years or something like that. So please be careful about the timeline. Then point 3, choose approximately 3 to 8 alternatives. Then choose approximately 3 to 8 scenarios. Then you should estimate the probabilities of the scenarios if you use stochastic rule. If you only use non-stochastic rules, then you don't need the probabilities for the scenarios. And it might be a good idea to have the probabilities depend on a sensitivity parameter P0. And the P0 typically is the probability of koala pandemic, but it could be something else also. Then you choose approximately 1 or 2 objectives. Objectives are also the decision matrices. And you may want to pick up opposite objectives to make the analysis more interesting. Then point 7, build the decision matrices, 1 or 2 of them. And this is where you should spend most of your time. If the numbers in the decision matrix are reasonable, your analysis is reasonable, and well, if not, then not. Then point 8, so this is the point where you want to go back to points 3 to 7 to see if they make a good setting as a whole and revise if necessary. Then point 9, you choose approximately 1 to 3 decision rules. So usually here it's if you just used one decision matrix, then you use 2 or 3 decision rules, and if you used 2 multi-objectives, so you have two or more decision matrices, then maybe 1 decision rule is enough. Otherwise, you have lots of different combinations and it becomes a bit messy. Then point 10, choose 2 sensitivity parameters and calculate the decision picture and analyze the picture. So this is basically solving the problem. Then point 11, so this is we call the compromise setting. So investigate the decision problem from the point of view of your spouse or mother or cat or dog or whatever. Point 12, build the compromise decision picture with 2 parameters and analyze the result. And you may want to use the compromise combination weight W as a sensitivity parameter, or if you don't have any free parameters left, then choose W equals 0.5. That means the equal weight for both, which is kind of reasonable if you want to do compromise with someone, and then the weight has to be decided, so why not have the weight 0.5, so both parties have the equal weight in decision matrix. And then finally, point 13, simple technical remark. So to return the complete assignment to the teacher via email as a PDF attachment. So use PDF, not Word or anything like that. And if you intend to also do the assignment, to return them both assignments at the same time. And a very important thing, remember to include your student number when returning the assignments. So remember to include your student number in the assignment. And as I mentioned before, so let's mention this again. This assignment 1 also applies to assignment 2, is grading the scale 0 to 3 grade points. 1 point means that you will pass the course of grade 1 if you don't get any points from assignment 2, and similarly 3 points you get grade 3 if you get no points from assignment 2. And how do I grade them? So there are both qualitative and quantitative criteria in the grading, and to get the points you must meet both these criteria, both qualitative and quantitative criteria. So what is the qualitative criteria for the grading? So 3 points means that the assignment is written so that any reasonable human being can understand it, and the appearance and the language is polished. 2 points means that the assignment is written so that anyone who has passed this course can understand it, and the appearance and the language is reasonably good. 1 point, so this is the minimal requirements for passing, is the assignment is written so that the teacher can understand it, and the appearance of the language does not have serious flaws. So these are the qualitative criteria for points. Then we have quantitative criterions. Again, in this quantitative criteria, we assume that if you imitate the example of chapter 5, then the following quantitative criteria are enforced. If you decide to be an imaginative and not follow Sophie's example, you can take a relaxed attitude towards the quantitative criteria here, and I will reward you for imaginative solutions. So it's better to do something completely different than what I proposed here, but if you don't feel very imaginative, then just follow the example. So what are the quantitative criteria and the grading if you follow the Sophie's example? 3 points mean that all the points in the previous list 1 to 13 have been completed. 2 points in the list of the previous section, everything else, all the other points are done, but the compromise points from 11 to 12 are not done. So if you omit the compromise of your spouse, cat, dog, whatever, then you can get 2 points, but not 3 points. And then the 1 point in the list of the previous section, compromise points are not done, and also the point, so it's, and otherwise it's minimal, so 0.6 and 0.9, only one decision matrix and one decision rule is implemented. So if you only use one objective, that is one reward or decision matrix, and only one criteria, then you get 0.1, and you don't have to do the compromise for that. All right, this was all about guidelines and grading. See you in next video lecture. Bye.